Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the VectorCast. I am your host, Monk's Blood, and I'm just ready for summertime. There's my boss across the way from me. So give me a good Yelp review, Mr. Illing. How are you, my co-host?
I'm very well, monks. I'm just surprised you didn't go with another beautiful episode of the VectorCast this week. But
It took a lot of willpower.
happy to see we're changing things up here on the VectorCast.
Progress.
Anyway, I'm doing very well, my man. I'm doing very well. It was another excellent weekend of Call of Duty.
Progress, my friend. Progress. It took a lot to not say beautiful podcast. I had to be conscious about it. I was. And I went in a different direction. So remember to leave those 5-star Yelp reviews, y'all.
That's good. That's good from you there.
That's right. Give me that 5-star Yelp review. You know, it's halfway through the month, halfway through the pay period. So let's, hook Monks up a little bit with a little positive vibes.
Positive vibes only, bro. Positive vibes only.
Yeah. Weekend was great for COD. Weekend was also great for Apex Legends, I wanted to add, just because it was so close to my house. The
ALCS, right? ALGS, was it?
Global Series, yep. A lot of guys from around the world. I was driving by the stadium. Like, I drive down PNC Arena to go to work every day. And they had it, like, 2 weeks ago on the thing out front. It was like, Apex, AGS. I was like, what in the world's going on here? And then I looked it up, and it was like, whoa. This is wild.
Yeah.
I should have went to it.
I mean, personally, I'm not really an Apex guy, so I didn't really watch any of it. I heard it was a really good tournament, though.
I was like, because I go there for the Carolina Hurricanes play there, hockey, if you're into it. So I've gone to a bunch of hockey games there. So it was nice seeing the stadium set up for like a LAN event. It was cool. Because like I've been there and I know the layout of the place. So it was really cool to see. And I was like, man, they should do this for Warzone. Like, why not?
I mean, they do.
Well, they have the
LANs are.
Oh, yeah, I'm talking about for Warzone, because Apex is Battle Royale.
Oh, Warzone. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I saw a lot of tweets over the weekend from Warzone pros, people like Huskers, Tommy.
Yeah.
Saying
they're excited for it.
Why
not?
Can't we do this in Warzone? Like, what is stopping this happening for Warzone?
Nothing. It's so
and
easy
also,
to do.
it's like, well, I mean, Huskers was saying, just watching the tournament, he was interested in getting involved with the professional scene of Apex. So, I don't know, maybe we'll see Huskers trying to get involved in Apex as well.
I thought he was.
Following his old buddy, Nick Merckx.
I thought he was, to be quite honest. I thought he was on, like, a pro Apex team.
I think he was. He used to be. Before kind of Warzone came around.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I think he was. Old Joey Woe was over there at the event. You know, a lot of influencers were over there. I was like, man, I should have requested off. If I had more time and I actually knew about it, I probably would have taken the 4 days and been like, this is gonna be sweet. I don't need to get a hotel room. You know, I could just go.
Right, it's so close. So
yeah.
No, I mean, it's LAN tournaments are pretty awesome.
Yeah,
I want to go to one so badly.
We'll go to a CDL. We'll get it in.
Yeah, when we get a CDL close, when we get a CDL team in Ohio, you know.
Go to the training camp. Yeah, I'm at the house all the time giving them tips. They don't really listen to me anymore.
Well, that's where all the broadcast stuff happens from Ohio. Like, during the online, they're based in Columbus.
Yeah.
Obviously, the casters themselves are back wherever their homes are. Like, I know the English guys actually live over in England. But then you got like people. Then you got obviously the Ali and those lot who actually are on the desk. They're actually based in Columbus. So
that's sick.
Yeah.
So looking at the weekend, that was a little wrap up of that. But CDL wise, none of my predictions got locked in last week.
Yeah, so that should be interesting to see if you go back and look at it.
Like, I don't.
What kind of what you predicted correct and wrong? Because the funny thing is,
I had Florida beating LA Thieves. I remember marking that. I'm looking at what happened. I had Paris did 3-2, so I only would have got a couple points there. I had Florida winning, but it was a sweep, obviously. Oh, well, there's a sore thumb right there. London First phase, first game.
And you know what's hilarious? In my actual predictions, I
You-
predicted London
3-1.
to win that.
Yeah.
I had them 3-1
You had that locked
to win,
in.
which unfortunately, my first day, so I think there might have been an issue with saving brackets last week. So I don't know if anyone else had the same issues. But my first day, my brackets didn't lock in, and unfortunately, I literally had. I mean, I would have got full points, not from that game. I would have got 2 from Florida Paris, and I would have got 2
Did you have
from
Minnesota?
Minnesota Surge.
Yeah.
I did. I backed Minnesota.
Well,
at the
let's.
Surge,
You were big on Ravens last week, you know.
Mhm.
So let's cheers to them. Get a little London dry gin.
Yeah, cheers to the Ravens. Number 1 seed going into Major 4.
That's what you guys drink over there, London dry gin or whatever. This is what I have.
Yeah, I mean something like that.
For them, I was like, London, let me stop and get a little airplane bottle on the way home. Little London gin. So cheers to you guys. 3-0. Did well on Friday. Sunday didn't look like too hot though.
Well, I mean, okay, so
Or they
Sunday
threw on
was
purpose.
The longest. Sunday was the longest day of Call of Duty.
I
I've
remember
ever
that.
watched, by the
So
way.
I wanted to
So-
talk about that. How they couldn't like match or something was going on.
So there was issues with the servers on Sundays, like massive issues. So much so that I mean, London and LA Guerrillas, London were 2-0 up.
It was
going
2-0.
into map number
Yeah.
3. Actually, no, sorry, it was 2-1 going up into the map number 4. I had to go and do some stuff. I went to do some errands. I was like, okay, I'll just have a look at the result when I get back.
Yeah.
Thought, easy 3-0, like they're 2-0 up, 2-1 up, easy 3-1. Sorry.
I
and I
looked
was
at
just
this
like-
one.
I was just like, I came back and it still said waiting for map 4, and I was like, what is going on? It's been like an hour.
Yeah.
And then the delay continued for another hour.
was
so
forever.
It was 2 hours
For the first
in
match.
between the 3rd and 4th maps of the first games. And then we had issues in the Optic Ultra game as well. Thankfully, the LA Thieves subliners didn't have any issues with the host, and that was a hell of a game, but we'll get onto that in a bit. But I mean, we got to give massive props to London and New York for this online qualifiers. Honestly, both teams finishing 4-1, avoiding the 5-0 curse.
Avoiding the curse. You think they did that on
which is
purpose?
huge. I don't think they did. Honestly, I don't think London did do it on purpose. I think just honestly,
The server
they
issue?
came back after that break and they were just cold. Like they just
Yeah.
did not get warmed back into that game. I think they were if that had gone straight in, London were fired up. They wanted that. They were going to go and win that 4th map. But that break just completely slowed any momentum. And the Guerrillas started to turn up and really put in a grueling series against London, and
It was
it was a
hours,
great result
wasn't it?
for the Guerrillas. Even though it was a 4.5-hour series.
Yeah.
Um,
Because I was watching, I tuned in live to see what was going on because I tweeted at you about it, I think.
yeah.
No response from you, so I was like, what is happening? It was like, they're on a break right now, and imagine casting and just trying to buy time. Like, that's all they were doing.
Well, that's the thing. They weren't
4
even
hours.
casting. They didn't even cast. They just went on break and just let
It was just
sit there
highlights.
for 2 hours and things like that. And it's just like, what is happening right now? I honestly thought because I didn't know what had happened.
So is
at
with the internet out at like one of their houses or something? Because I'm surprised that
I don't
doesn't
know.
happen more often, honestly.
I don't know what happened, but I mean, Guerrillas came back out after that break and they were gunning. They really came out strong after that 2-hour break, and they got the win. Unfortunately for them, it didn't really mean much because they still get losers bracket going into Major 4. But I mean, look, London, I think were very solid. Obviously, beating a huge team in phase. Yes, they lost this one to Guerrillas, but I mean, you take 4-1 going into
For
the
sure,
stage
for
every
sure.
time, every time.
So what was
And then-
going on? You think FaZe was just trying new stuff? I mean, I'm not very concerned.
Yeah, I think FaZe have been. I think FaZe have been just trying new stuff.
Yeah,
Um,
because they 3-0'd Seattle.
They also seem to be struggling a little bit. There seems to be something not quite there, and it's going back to how it was stage 2 qualifiers with FaZe. They just didn't quite find that spark with them. But I mean, look, it's Atlanta FaZe. They're still going to be winners bracket. You could never count out FaZe. I mean, they're going to be there at the end of the day. They're probably going to be in that final.
Statistically, yes. They have not been in that
Statistically,
mile
They've been in every single
Yeah.
major final throughout the year.
throughout this
So
entire
they're
year.
Most likely, they're probably going to be there unless a shock happens, which it's a major. this major's been full of shocks. Not even just this major, the whole season. It's been so unpredictable. It'll be interesting to see if Atlanta FaZe will come out strong, like they have been in previous majors, and if they can actually go on to win the major this time around.
Do you think, because there has been a bunch of shocks, obviously, but do you think it's the teams are just so close in skill level, or do you think it's the game?
I think it's the game. I think if you look at Atlanta FaZe, they're by far the best team in the league by a mile.
Yeah.
Those 4 players are the best 4 players in the world.
Yeah.
But the game is so...
How would you say?
I can't even explain it.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's such a weird...
I would say consistent. It's not consistent.
It's inconsistent.
Yeah.
The game is so inconsistent that it's just creating these upsets and these shocks because no one knows where you're going to spawn.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, the spawn is just... It's so broken on this game.
It's crazy.
And it has been, honestly, since Modern Warfare. The spawns have just not been good. They need to get rid of squad spawns, in my opinion. It's breaking the game.
Minnesota played well this weekend.
Yeah, Minnesota.
What do you think is your
weekend.
highlights? Highlights were probably Minnesota. I mean,
I think Minnesota going 2-0 going in from this weekend. They look strong. Managed to secure themselves a winners bracket as well. So I think they'll be. Am I right about that? They did get winners bracket, didn't they? Yeah, they did. They got they got the 8th seed, so they actually just snuck in with after LA Thieves beating New York. They actually that game actually secured Minnesota the winners bracket for Major 4, so they're gonna be happy about that. They played well. Yeah. They played really well, and they were exciting. Boston, another team. That game against Ultra, I think, was honestly one of the best games of the weekend. Both sides really going at it. Ultra really just
they're turning up a little bit, I thought, because they beat Optic, but
they are and they aren't. Like they just sneaked in as well. So they go up against London. Sorry, Ultra are the ones who've got the 8th seed. Minnesota have the 7th seed.
Yeah.
So I mean, they're going to go up against London. That's not going to be an easy opposition for Toronto Ultra. But that game against Boston, it was a well fought game. Both teams were playing well. Boston just coming out on the winning side of that.
Boston's kind of turning up, man.
Yeah, they're starting to really find form since that roster change. I think Vivid coming into that lineup has just changed the way they're playing. Has allowed Boston players to have a lot more freedom around the map, and it also allows Vivid to be a lot more free, which he didn't really have that opportunity when he was at Florida. So, for Vivid, it's a great change.
This is huge.
And Boston look good. Hoping to see good things out of them this major, but you just never know with Call of Duty this year. Teams are just can play amazingly and then have one bad day and they're done. So, who knows? It'll be interesting to see. I mean, obviously, Paris, they really excited me this weekend. 2 close games.
Really?
First time Paris have actually had 2 close games all year, back to back. Obviously, lost 3-2 against Florida, lost 3-2 against Minnesota. But to pick up 4 maps over the weekend, it's pretty much more maps than they picked up all season.
Yeah, it's huge.
It's huge for them, and it's good to see. I think that roster change they made, although obviously way too late to make any kind of run at getting to champs. They're already eliminated.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's huge for them to actually build some confidence going into the major, try and cause some upsets this major.
Yeah.
And then moving forward, looking to next year, they're changing. They go on to Las Vegas. It's going to be a new brand. It's still going to be, I think it's going to be the Las Vegas Legion.
I mean, it's got a good ring to it.
It does have a good ring to it, for sure.
A little LVL, you know what I'm saying?
LVL, so we'll see. I think Paris was definitely a building year for them. Something like that,
yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, it was definitely a good year for Paris. Well, sorry, not a good year for Paris.
It might be a good year next year.
But hopefully next year we're good. It was definitely a building year for them. Trying to build a roster that they can work around, that's young and fresh and can build for the future. Whether that roster sticks together with the move to Las Vegas, we're yet to see. But I fully expect Donny Temp to be a big part of that transition from Paris to Las Vegas. So.
What's going on with your diet over there, Alien? You look like a vampire, dude. What's
What
going
do you
on?
mean? I'm just. What are you
How
on
much?
about?
How much blood are you drinking, dude?
Too
What's
much.
going on, dude?
I don't know what you're on about. Is it just the darkness? Is that what it
It
is?
might be
Is that
the
what
darkness. He's the crypt keeper over here, Dracula, aka Illing. That just made me giggle.
It's probably
What's
probably
going
hot
on?
sauce that I've been drinking. You know,
What's
just
going
drinking hot sauce.
Hold on. I wanted to interject a minute ago. I had an idea before you appeared as a vampire to me. I'm surprised there's not more server issues because you know how bad like my ISP is terrible. I'm sure yours is the same thing. Like it's not like when you're streaming, you just drop frames for no reason. You're like, what is going on? Like I'm getting throttled. Like I'm honestly surprised there's not more issues in these events.
Well, that's why also everyone hates online.
Yeah.
Everyone hates online matches because you don't get that. I mean, with the LAN, you don't really get those issues.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might get a player disconnecting, but it's very rare.
It doesn't take long to
online.
bring them back.
And the main LAN issues are controller disconnecting or just like input lag, things like that. It's rarely because they're all there on the same like
Yeah.
same systems basically. It's just like
same server.
there isn't that issue. So it'll be interesting to see moving on. You know.
Yeah, I mean they don't really have any issues, you know, on land. But do you know, it's just during the you know, the build-ups, the pre-major games and things like that. Like I'm surprised that we haven't seen it more often. I don't know. It's just my 2 cents.
Yeah, I think it's
just because the internet's trash in this country is what I'm trying to say. All right.
Right.
We all know it.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
We all know it.
So it'll be interesting, I think, to me to see how the Call of Duty how it progresses in the future. To see if we will get more live LAN events going through, or we're going to stick with this online qualifier and then a major system.
It was crazy to see.
Personally, I think that LAN events just attract the audience a lot more.
Yeah.
Because it's you see them actually shit talk themselves to each other in person, like
walk through the crowd.
Right. I mean, that was when Ultra were doing that at the last major. That was giving me goosebumps, bro.
And then FaZe walked out through it.
And then FaZe did it after they beat them. And I thought someone was about to get punched. Honestly. But yeah, no. I mean, I think New York this weekend is going to be exciting. Looking forward to the major. Obviously we got this is the last basically. I mean, this weekend was the last weekend of the regular season for online qualifiers.
Champs.
This weekend coming is the last, basically last series of the regular season, with Major 4. So, we're a month away.
We're done.
We're a month away from champs.
I know. It's our 13th episode. Shout out to that.
Number 13.
Baker's
lucky number 13. Yeah, so I mean, it's gonna be interesting.
You want to go ahead and dive into the pick'ems, my friend? You're looking, I'm ready.
I'm ready as well.
Or do you need some more?
I'm excited for them.
What's your favorite blood type to drink? It's gonna be a new theme now.
It's gonna be negative. Yeah.
What's that? Universal donor? Is that the universal donor?
Exactly.
Why did he know that so quick, chat? What are we saying?
Because I'm O negative.
Beautiful.
All right. So this weekend is gonna be
starts early.
It's gonna be a fun one, but
Thursday,
we are starting
1:30 in the afternoon.
Thursday.
Let's go.
Obviously, trying to cater more for the EU crowd. Allow the EU scene to watch a lot more. That's what they're trying to do.
Honestly, I don't know if these times are right.
They are.
Okay.
They're right.
All right.
Okay. So we kick off with one that definitely the EU faithful will be watching. London Royal Ravens Toronto Ultra. The number 1 versus the number 8 seed.
That's tough luck. That's a tough to pick. I mean, you're really
Look,
talking
let's
up
be
London.
honest. The bracket's gonna be chalked within half a day. So honestly, at this point, who knows? We're just guessing.
Yeah.
Anyone who honestly gets a perfect bracket
I don't think
this
they
weekend
will.
is just like, go play the lottery, bro. Go play the lottery.
Well, won't they? They're gonna get some cash, don't they? You know, if you get a perfect bracket.
Oh yeah, if you get
There's
a perfect
winners.
bracket, I don't know how much you
I
get,
think
but
there's some cash, or maybe some COD points or something. There's something involved for sure. Something on the line.
that's probably cash. There's probably cash on the line, I imagine.
What I wonder is, can I, like, say I'm in Vegas or at a casino? Are they doing sports betting for this?
I believe they do.
I believe they do
they
as
do
well.
have sports betting for the CDL.
All right, like, we're gonna have to go clean up. We
I'm
gotta go clean up.
I'm not touching that. Not this year. Absolutely not.
I don't know, man.
This game is just a shit show.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's get into it.
I think it's gonna be close.
So,
London Ultra. I mean, it really. It's gonna be. All these games are gonna be crazy close. I feel like on the first day. Oh my goodness, yeah. Just looking ahead. London's been playing really good, so I think they're gonna win. Toronto could beat them, obviously.
Anyone can beat anyone.
Yeah,
that's the thing you got to remember.
It's insane. The Preds, you know how the travel was. They're heading to New York. I think London's my local team. They're in North Carolina.
They're based in North Carolina.
Yeah,
so
they're out there.
Like they haven't traveled from London, so.
Yeah, I mean, it's a quick little drive. They're probably flying out of Charlotte or RDU. I'm gonna go 3-1 London. I think they're gonna. They might win this champs.
I think they've got a very good chance.
But anybody could win. That
top side of the bracket, though,
it's crazy.
Is so tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at those 4 teams on the top of the bracket. You got Royal Ravens, Ultra, Thieves, and FaZe all in that top bracket. Yeah. I mean, you almost want to say a team from that top bracket has got to be odds on to win this tournament because they get through that side.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's the
lower
easiest way.
the lower side is. I don't want to say weaker, but it is. Like, the lower side of winners is slightly weaker. You got New York, who, yes, have been very good online, but have still not won a single game on LAN apart from at the Pro-Am. Then you've got Minnesota Rockya, who, again, are having issues on LAN. Can't really find form on LAN. Have been pretty decent online. Boston Breach.
And they've got roster changes.
This is the first time we're going to see this.
This is going to be a good one.
And obviously going up against his old team, Florida, who've just brought in 2 as well. So
it's gonna be a good match.
Who honestly, Florida actually did impress me this weekend. I thought they looked really good. Obviously beating LA Thieves, and I mean, they beat Paris, made it tough on themselves, but that winning over Thieves was a strong performance from them.
Yeah, for sure. They you know, I've always I'm kind of a Florida guy. They got a soft spot in my heart. You know, I always be like, Mutineers. I picked them a lot. I wish I, had my results because I definitely picked them to win.
All right. Well, talking about Florida Boston, that is our next game. That is the 3:00 game. So obviously it starts 1:30 on Thursday afternoon. But we are literally less than 2 days away.
I think Vivid
2 days away.
I think Vivid is gonna he's gonna want to play really good against Florida. Obviously.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I feel like Boston is gonna win this, but Florida's looking good too, man. I think this we might have some 3-2s.
I've got a 3-2 here. I do have a 3-2, but I'm going the way of
You're probably going Boston, yeah.
I am going to go the way of Boston. I think that Vivid is his S&D. He's just clutch. He's clutching the S&D, and I think that I like that Florida. I think it's going to be a really good game, but I just think that,
he's going to turn up.
It's going to push Boston over the.
He's going to turn up. I mean, you want to perform with versus your old team.
Oh, of course, for sure.
I mean, that's anything in life. Like, you want to be better than your neighbor. You see him, doing something. You're like, I'm fucking way better than you, dude. My lawn's going to look way nicer than yours.
Right, exactly, yeah.
Not in my case, but, something like that. Makes sense. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Yeah,
moving on.
New York.
The 4:30 game, we have the New York Subliners, obviously number 2 seed, going up against Minnesota Rockya.
Is New York the real deal?
No. 3-0 Minnesota.
Really? This is their first big test?
No, they're just awful on LAN.
Really? You think they got cheats?
And look, you go.
They got hacks.
What you want to do? if you wanna go
They got soft aim at the
New
house.
York, everything like that. I don't know what it is with New York. I think this is the end of the road for them. I don't think they're gonna make it to champs.
I think there might be some accusations going on by Alien. They might be a little sus, huh? They got soft aim at the house.
They just choke on land, bro.
Oh
They choke.
man, but it's their home. This is New York. They're at New York, but I mean, let's be honest. Like,
Okay, name a major apart from Major 1 where a homestanding team did well.
They don't do well.
don't.
It's almost like a curse. It's almost like there's too much
I mean,
pressure.
in fairness, Ultra had a losers bracket run.
Yeah. Minnesota did well.
Which, I mean, maybe
Okay.
I haven't looked down to what New York's run through the losers bracket's going to be. They could pick up some wins in the losers bracket, but I don't see them beating Minnesota.
They're going to be playing Optic if they lose.
I think. Oh, they're done.
I'm gonna give them a game. It's gonna be 3-1 Minnesota. I agree. Minnesota. I mean, they're veterans. They know what the fuck they know what they're doing, man. They've been doing this for a while.
Okay, and then the final game of Thursday, big one. LA Thieves, Atlanta FaZe, me versus Monks.
Tune in. You wanna?
I mean-
you wanna co-cast this one?
Let's be honest here. Atlanta FaZe have had LA Thieves number this whole year, last
Since
year,
their existence.
pretty much.
Yeah. You think it's the one?
Now, this is an LA Thieves team who have a lot to lose right now.
Yeah.
FaZe already done. They're already qualified. They're
Yeah.
in champ.
They're chilling.
They pretty much already secured number 1 unless they lose twice and Optic win the tournament from losers bracket.
Yeah.
So, they've pretty much secured number 1 seed.
You think it'd be playing a little relaxed? You think it'd be chilling? Turn on the cruise control.
I think they want to win.
Well, obviously.
But it's going to be one of those. Is who wants it more?
Yeah.
And LA Thieves are still sitting in a precarious place. I think they're
I mean,
seventh.
major wins are huge. You know, aren't
Right.
they? They're,
Oh yeah, you get double points
You get
basically.
double
It's 20
points,
points
yeah.
for a win at the major. So,
You want to win here.
but obviously you want to win on land because that's where you get the points. That's where you can really secure your place. Ironically, we still have 6 spots up for grabs.
Yeah.
6 spots at champs. Only 2 teams have qualified.
Everything's so close.
Obviously, Atlanta FaZe and Optic are the only 2 teams who qualified. Everyone else, I mean, let's be honest. If you're really talking, London are pretty much qualified. Seattle are pretty much qualified. But they're still actually not mathematically done yet. So there's a chance here where, I mean, you could see a team go from 4th place. I mean, if you're looking at Seattle Surge, they lose. If they lose straight off the rip in
Yeah, because
losers,
they're in the losers along with Optic.
right. I mean, if they lose early, Seattle Surge could really see themselves dropping out of that top 8 situation. I don't think that's going to happen.
You never know.
I think I mean, well, again, we'll have to look at what Seattle have coming up. I would expect both London and Seattle to be qualified for champs.
Okay. Could be, but they could get knocked out. I mean, I have this easy. You know I'm a FaZe guy.
I know you're going 3-0 FaZe.
3-0, baby. 3-0, baby.
Yeah.
Step on the
And
gas.
here's the thing. I'm going to join you thinking Atlanta FaZe are going to win this.
You got a couple games.
I'm going to go 3-1.
3-1?
I think LA Thieves S&D looks very strong.
That's what I was thinking.
Compared to Atlanta FaZe's, who has been a little weak recently. So I think we will see LA Thieves pick up a map. And if LA Thieves can get it to that game 5, anything can happen.
So you're thinking 3-1 or 3-2?
I'm going to go 3-1.
Okay.
I think FaZe's respawn is too strong right now.
Their respawn is very good.
Okay, so that's the Thursday done. We move down to Friday.
Losers bracket.
Losers bracket. We start off. I think we've both got the same one here. LA Thieves, Paris Legion.
Yeah, 100%.
And for me, Thieves 3-0. I think Paris. Yes, they've looked better, but I think Thieves are just gonna come up, and they're just they're gonna be frustrated with that loss the day before, and they're gonna show out.
I think I agree. Thieves win, but I'm gonna go 3-2. I think Paris are gonna put up a fight. for sure.
I don't get me wrong. I'd love to see Paris take up a fight.
Yeah, I think
Preferably not against LA, but
yeah.
you know,
And I mean,
I'd love to see him take up a fight. So
Ultra next game, Ultra LA Gorillas, 3:00 game. I mean, Ultra's
this gets
very
tough for
sound,
me. This
but
gets really tough for me
Gorillas
on this game because Gorillas are so inconsistent right now.
Yeah, they could beat anybody.
I mean, they beat FaZe. They beat London.
Yeah. Yeah. It's also Islan.
They did lose to Toronto in the first week.
Yeah. Well, maybe there was roster changes, Maybe they're meshing together.
This stage, I mean...
it wasn't roster.
Yeah. In terms of this roster, this is the first time these four have played.
Yeah. They bumped
LAN.
They bumped them up from without their veteran. They bumped people up from they picked them up from AAA. A little baseball talk
from challenges.
Little baseball
Which
talk.
obviously there is a lot of controversy over challenges right now. A lot of frustrated people with how the CDL is running the challenges tournament, especially going into champs. So maybe that's a talk for later on or a different day, though.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, so where are you going with this, Monks? Where are you going? Toronto Ultra?
I got Toronto.
The LA Gorillas.
I got Toronto Ultra 3-1.
I'm going 3-0. I think, and that will secure the Gorillas' fate.
Yeah.
And I think they'll be done.
I mean, it very well could go the other way.
100%.
I kind of want to change just because I need to get some points.
You're done. You're done, buddy.
I'm done.
Like, I had 12 points this week. I'm like 20 points ahead of you. Unless you get a perfect bracket, you're done. No, it's already over. It's 4-0.
It's 4-0. 4-0, chat. Unreal.
You've been swept.
Getting swept. Get the broom out. I mean, I kind of...
It's like what happened in... nearly happened in the annual tournament match the other night.
I had to turn up a little bit. My God, I kind of fried out a couple of those games. I was pulling some stuff out of my butt.
Hey,
very entertaining.
Don't worry about us. We're in the winners final already. So
yeah, you guys are playing your games quick. Seattle Surge could get out of this tournament quickly. Moving ahead to Florida versus Seattle.
Yeah, so see, for me, I disagree. I think Seattle will turn up on LAN. I think Florida, they're a good team, and honestly, this could stop them qualifying as well. For champs, I just see Surge being the stronger team here.
Very interesting to have these really good teams in the loser bracket because of last couple.
Well, that's the thing. You've got 2 of the last 3 major champions in losers bracket.
It's crazy.
And actually, sorry, you've got all three of the major winners from this year are starting major 4 in the losers bracket. You got the Gorillas, Optic and Surge.
How crazy is that? That has to say something to the game itself.
Yeah, it's chalked.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, stuff needs to be addressed.
Hey, look, we got a couple of weeks left, and then
Holy
it's all
moly.
Modern Warfare 2, baby, from then on out.
I'm worried. It's the same type of people building it.
I think with the amount of time they've had to put into this game, yeah, it's Infinity Ward. So I don't think we're going to see an issue. Well,
we'll
hopefully.
See. Yeah, hopefully not.
We'll see. We haven't seen, obviously, any gameplay yet from Modern Warfare 2, multiplayer-wise. Obviously, we've seen a campaign trailer, which the movement, we didn't really get an idea for what the movement was going to be like. And I always think campaign movement is very different from multiplayer movement anyway.
Story-based mode. It's like, why can't I slide cancel or whatever? They're saying no slide cancels, right? Whispers of that? We don't know.
We don't know. There's also dead silence in the game, so I mean that basically. Who knows? Anyway,
I'm gonna go. I'm taking Florida
on Friday.
I'm taking Florida.
You're taking Florida?
Yeah.
And you what's your score there?
3-2. Close game.
3-2. Okay. So, and then the 4th game, not the final game on Friday, but the 4th game. We have New York I think we both got New York against Optic.
Yeah. Tough.
So here's the thing: New York, I will say, have done a huge job in the online qualifiers this month to really put themselves back into contention to qualify for champs, and it ends right here.
Yeah, that's it.
And for me, it's a 3-0 sweep. Optic are going to be annoyed. They are starting to. I mean, they're not playing the best Call of Duty right now, Optic. But I think that team knows it's got to turn up because Optic is pretty much the most supported fan base, most supported franchise in the CDL.
I think across games because they have an Optic team at in Apex that I was watching.
Yeah.
And I mean,
So
they're
LA
multiple.
Thieves. Actually, LA Thieves won the whole tournament, if I'm not mistaken. So...
No, you are mistaken.
Am I?
Yeah, it was like a New Zealand team. Dark Zero won the whole thing.
Did LA Thieves go farther?
100 Thieves.
100 Thieves. 100 Thieves.
The same guys. 100 Thieves, LA Thieves. Yeah, 100 Thieves. Yeah. They did go far. They did win a couple matches for sure.
Right. Well, I was mistaken. My bad.
And those are the only ones. Is there? I don't think there's a FaZe team. No, there's no FaZe team. It's just the Thieves and
I know there's a FaZe
Optic.
Fortnite team. But...
Yeah. Huh.
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
I have the same thing. 3-0. Optic.
3-0 Optic. Okay. So, elimination round 2 then. Still on the Friday. We have one more game of the Friday. Going to be Toronto. I think. Do we both have Toronto Ultra Thieves here?
Yeah, we do.
So we've actually got similar brackets so far. We'll see how that changes later on into the bracket. I think
this is tough.
I think it's gonna be a very close game. I think I'm going to go. The thing is, I know if it gets to 2-2, I feel like Ultra clutch up.
I think I might take your team.
I mean,
I'll back you guys.
Insight is one of the biggest clutch guys in the league. When it comes to S&D, he is just phenomenal. So I'm going 3-1 in the hope that it doesn't get to that game 5. Because I feel like if it gets to that game 5, I can see Toronto Ultra winning.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna back LA Thieves here.
3-1.
And
LA Thieves.
I agree. Moving on.
That's what I have. Same thing.
Okay, so then we have an absolutely huge game. The next day, Saturday, first game of Saturday, Optic Texas, Seattle Surge. I think I have. That's what I have. I think you have Optic Florida.
I do.
So
Optic beats Florida easy. I mean that's easy. Yours is a little more difficult.
I think I've got a very tough matchup here.
You do have a tough matchup.
Seattle were incredible on LAN in the last stage. Optic haven't found form since before the Pro-Am. Really before Major 2. So those Major 2 qualifiers were the last time they were in real good form.
A long time ago.
Which is a long time ago. Optic, they played Gav Control for the first time in a long time, and they lost it, which was surprising to everyone, I think. Can Seattle continue to perform on LAN?
I mean, if you're talented, you're talented.
I'm going very close here. I'm going to 3-2.
Okay.
But I'm back in Seattle Surge.
Yeah, you talked yourself into Seattle Surge 100%. Get it. I mean, that could easily happen. I mean, I'm going for long reach. Like, I feel like Florida's not going to beat Seattle, but, you guys mix it up a little bit. You know what I mean?
Right, you got to change it up.
You got to throw a little paprika in there every now and then. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so after that game, we move on to another
banger.
Tough game. Banger game. This Saturday is going to be...
FaZe.
If it works out like this, Saturday is going to be a hell of a day in New York. I have London against FaZe. I believe you have the same matchup.
100%. They beat him on...
for a spot in the winners' final. Oh, God. Ravens just beat FaZe 3-1 online.
They did online, yeah. I'll let you know what I have off the rip.
You got 3-0 phase, don't you?
Nah, I'm doing 3-1. 3-1 phase. It
I'm
is
going
what
for a
it is.
repeat. Repeat 3-1 London Royal Ravens
At land.
on land.
I mean,
Yep.
it's not like FaZe is favored. There's no fans in the crowd. What is going on, FaZe? FaZe fans, can we show up? What are we doing? They're getting
They don't
booed.
travel, bro. They don't
They're
travel.
getting booed every champs. They make it to the finals every time. Oh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable.
People love to hate FaZe.
And then
in
I'm
the
watching the Apex thing, and there's a team from Australia called Team Burger that their fan base was growing throughout the weekend. It was crazy. It was insane to watch. Taking 3-1 FaZe. You know what
Yeah,
it
I've
is.
gone 3-1 London here. Then
the Twitter will be talking on
Twitter
Saturday.
Will be talking in that
On
one.
Saturday, don't
it's
you worry
literally
about that.
my hometown against Monks. So
This is a great game. Next, do you have?
another
same
really
matchup?
good game. Minnesota Boston. I mean,
It's a really good test for Boston.
this is a massive test for Boston because Rocket are a good team.
Yeah, they play.
I do think though Boston come out on top here for me personally.
I hope so.
I'm going 3-1 Boston here.
I hope so. That's gonna be a great story. It's gonna be a good story.
I think Boston find themselves in the top 4 again this year, this stage. So
I think it's gonna be 3-2, Boston. I want that story, but I mean, whoever they play is gonna lose the next round anyway. But
okay.
So whoever wins that is playing like next, right?
Well, no. So whoever loses it.
Yeah, whoever loses plays next. Like they play right away. Right? Saturday, elimination round 3. They go back to back.
Hold on a minute.
If this timelines are right.
That doesn't make sense. Where's the 6 o'clock game?
That's what I mean. Like, why is this weird break?
It's they got it elimination round 3. They have it set as Sunday, but that game's actually on the Saturday.
Yeah, that should be Saturday. Then it's Champ Sunday.
Yeah, it's Saturday because it's Championship Sunday, which is elimination round 4. And then winners final, elimination final, and their grand finals.
Maybe they're doing it different. I don't know.
No, there's no way that. Why would they? How could they do the elimination round 3 after the elimination round 4, bro?
Oh yeah, the timeline doesn't make. Okay,
yeah, timeline
so
doesn't work.
Saturday.
So it is Saturday. Atlanta FaZe. I have up against Seattle Surge.
That's crazy. That could go either way. You're bonkos, dude.
That's
You're
a tough one.
bonkos, dude.
That's a.
So I have.
That is a game. I have had this, like,
That's a game.
If my predictions come in
On
this
Saturday,
weekend is gonna be unbelievable. By the way,
Saturday night's
obviously
gonna be a banger.
rematch of Major 3 grand finals where Seattle Surge were just the better team against Atlanta FaZe. Obviously Atlanta are gonna want.
Revenge.
They're going to want revenge for that this time round. Obviously, not quite there at that winners' final. In my prediction, that will not be a possibility for that grand final to be Seattle Surge, Atlanta FaZe. Can I see over 3 maps Seattle Surge beating FaZe, though?
Well, while you ponder that, I have London Royal Ravens versus Team Optic, which London Royal Ravens I think are going to win. We took the gin shot for them. We're starting to back them now. Alien has talked us into it. They're the real deal is what he says. So I'm going to go 3-1 London over Optic. He sold me.
I can't see Championship Sunday without Atlanta FaZe in it.
Can't do it. What would this
game 3-1.
be? 3-1. 3-1. Okay.
3-1. And then final game on the Saturday. I don't know what your matchup is. For me, it's the LA Thieves Minnesota Rocket.
I have the same exact game.
Okay, perfect. Again, another great game. I think this is the end of the road for Minnesota, though. I'm gonna back LA to have a losers bracket run.
Which I can
think they
see.
I think I'm going with a sweep, bro.
Little 3-0.
Little 3-0 sweep for LA.
I have LA winning 3-1 though. I think I also agree this is good for Minnesota. Valiant effort, they're gonna win
They're going to get a lot of crucial
They're getting
points,
some
which will qualify
points.
them for champs. So
They're gonna get what they need to do.
I think they will qualify for champs. I just think that they're not quite going to make it to Sunday.
But we don't know anything.
We know absolutely nothing.
We knew
Honestly,
nothing.
the players know absolutely nothing. The casters know nothing. No one knows anything.
Nobody knows anything about this game, honestly.
Okay, so now we do move on to Championship Sunday, which is going to be, for me, I have my top 4 teams are the London Royal Ravens, Boston Breach, LA Thieves, and Atlanta FaZe.
I think I have the same exact teams. Obviously, they're in different orders.
I think you have, obviously, FaZe, Boston,
yeah,
Thieves, and
Ravens.
Yeah. For me personally, this is the end of the road for LA. I think they lose twice to FaZe in the same tournament, in the same major, unfortunately. So, I think it's in a 3-0 fashion.
Oh yeah, because you have FaZe in the losers bracket.
I have FaZe in the losers bracket, that 3 o'clock game.
Well, what's your 1:30? What's your winners final? Boston and
that's before it. My bad. Okay, so London Royal Ravens Boston Breach is the first game, sorry, of Championship Sunday. I have London Royal Ravens winning 3-1 here over Boston Breach.
Excuse me. I can see that. I kind of want to mix it up a second because I kind of want FaZe to play more games. So I'm thinking Boston. Nah, never mind. I was gonna have FaZe lose to Boston and then FaZe play out the rest of the night, but that's just not gonna happen. They're gonna beat Boston 3-1, and then they make it to grand finals and they win this champs. This is the one they win.
You think Atlanta FaZe wins Major 4?
Atlanta FaZe wins Major 4. I'll tweet it out right freaking now, chat.
Do it.
I'll tweet it out right now.
Do it. I want to see the tweet from your account in the next 5 minutes.
I'll tweet it out right now. Who do you got?
Okay.
What's your elimination round 4?
Elimination round 4 for me is LA Thieves, Atlanta FaZe, as I said before. And I think this is the end of the road for LA. I'm going 3-0 Atlanta FaZe. To set up, for me, an elimination final between Boston Breach and Atlanta FaZe.
I have LA Thieves, London Royal Ravens. I think, quote the Raven, they win more. I think is the quote. Isn't that the Raven quote? Quote the Raven, we beat LA Thieves 3-1 on Sunday at 3 o'clock. I'm pretty sure that's the Edgar Allan Poe. I haven't read it in a while. I'm pretty sure that's how it is, though.
All right. So you got 3-1. 3-1 London or Ravens?
London.
Okay, so elimination finals then, the second last game of the weekend. I had it set up for Atlanta FaZe Boston Breach. I believe you have it set up for Boston Breach London Royal Ravens. Is that correct?
And shout out to Boston Breach for making it this far.
I think, I honestly have a lot of respect for Boston. I think they're a good team. Will they manage to beat FaZe, though, and put a spot in the grand finals? For me, I think it's just a step too far for them. I'm going to go ahead and say that this is the end of the line for Boston Breach, and Atlanta FaZe march on for a rematch against the London Royal Ravens in the grand finals in a 3-1 scoreline.
I have the Ravens beating Boston 3-1. FaZe Ravens.
Somehow, Monks, we have done it again. We've done it again. We have the same 2 teams in the grand finals. Obviously, we have slightly different routes of them getting there, but we both have the London Royal Ravens against Atlanta FaZe in a best of 9.
This could be a banger.
Which I think is going to be absolutely unreal. And you know what, Monks? Here's how I'm going to see it going. London Royal Ravens win map 1. London Royal Ravens win map 2. Atlanta FaZe win map 3. London win map 4. FaZe win map 5. FaZe win map 6. The London Royal Ravens win in a 5-3 5-3 fashion. 6, 5.
5, 6, 7, 8. All right.
5-3. 5-3 London Royal Ravens. That's
Okay.
what I'm going with. Yeah, I think London are going to win it. I think they are. I'm locking that in. 5-3. London are going to win it. FaZe, once again, are going to finish second.
Wow. Wow.
The 4th major in a row.
I mean, so champs, they win more money, but obviously if you win both, you win more. You know? You don't just get a bunch of money for coming in second.
I mean, you still win money for coming second, but
Yeah, not a bunch.
you win more for first.
Yeah, 100%.
It'll be pointless if you just got the same amount.
Yeah.
You know?
What do I mean? What do we
Let's just call it a draw.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah. Why are we here? 5-2 FaZe. Come on now. Tweet sent. We got RCDs in the GIF. Winking
make
out
sure
everybody.
that you locked these predictions in, monks. Submit the predictions.
So mix
Mine are in.
locked.
Mine are in. They are locked.
I reminded you last time about locking them in.
Yeah, and you were the one that didn't.
No, we both locked them in 100%. But
Oh, I know we did.
I think something was up with the servers. I don't know.
Yeah, something happened. Something happened.
up
That's
with
for
the
sure. But
servers.
hey, look, whatever does happen this weekend, all I can tell you is going to be one hell of a weekend of Call of Duty. This season has showed us that anything can happen. No one is safe. No one can predict anything about this game. These predictions are honestly useless because probably they'll be chalked by the 3rd game. And when I say chalked, we'll have 3 wrong results by the first 3 games. So Thursday it will just be done. Everything's done. But yeah, so I mean, look, it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be a hell of a weekend. I think that we're just gonna, if you enjoy playing Call of Duty, you haven't watched it a lot, just watch it, man. It's a lot of fun. These are the best guys in the business going up against each other. On LAN, it's going to be in New York. The atmosphere is going to be absolutely popping.
I can't wait.
It's going to be a lot of fun this weekend, so I'm looking forward to it.
I can't wait. So I have the next 3 days off, as you can tell by my attire.
Right, you're very casual.
We're beach living, baby. Heading out to the beach. Got the next 3 days off. So we're vibing. We're gonna be watching this Thursday. We're gonna be live tweeting on Thursday and Friday.
I also have the whole weekend off. So.
Oh, like, what are you doing?
I'm
you got PTO?
No, visa issues is the reason. It's not. Yeah, no, I know.
The party.
I'm not gonna get too much into it. But yeah, my current visa.
Ellie's got to lay low a little bit.
No, I have 3 months of grace.
He's got a grace period. I love that.
Hopefully, it will get sorted out by the end of the month. So we'll see.
I'm not worried about it.
We'll see. But yeah, anyway, moving on. We don't want to get too down in the dumps. Because it's going to be a hell of a weekend. So
it'll be a heck of a weekend.
Make sure you watch them.
I'll be watching.
Make sure if you want to do it, get your bracket done. See if you can do a better bracket than us. It's probably not hard. Just make random guesses. You'll probably get more points.
Yeah, I remember like people talking about like like March Madness bracketology, and people are like, my girlfriend just picked it based on the uniforms, and she did better than me. Like you hear that all the time.
You know what? I did March Madness this year for the first ever time, and I beat someone who'd been doing it for 16 years. I don't watch college basketball.
Yeah. It's just like
you know what I did? I looked at the names and I just went, yeah, I like that university.
Yeah. Yeah, he picked a 16-1 upset, but it probably hit, you know?
It did.
It's anything college basketball is crazy.
I had 2 actually, because I had one where I was just like going off in like what I thought of the university basically. And the other one I had the Toledo Rockets to the moon. So yeah. Sorry, Akron. I backed Akron to go all the way.
Why wouldn't you?
I mean,
it's Ohio squad. It's your boys.
Exactly. Had the back.
Why wouldn't I? You got back your boys.
I had Akron going all the way. They lost in the first round.
Ooh, lay.
Yeah.
So, why isn't there a Warzone LAN yet? They had the one, but why isn't one sponsored by like Activision or BattleNet?
Okay, so this is what I'm
Or
curious about,
Blizzard.
because we have had a couple of LANs for Warzone Pros.
They had
They've been really
the.
good events. They weren't really
They're not this caliber.
publicized much, but they're not put on by the brand.
Yeah.
I think this is where Activision and everyone who's running Warzone has just made a huge mistake.
There should be.
Yes, we get these daily tournaments and stuff like that, but there is nothing to grind for.
What was
There's
the
no
$1 million
tournament
one
at the end of the year to like just grind and just play. Know what I mean? Like what during in the CDL?
No, I mean like, cause like they have tournaments, 2v2 tournaments, and all this stuff, but it's like $1,000. Like, what was the one that wasn't there like a bigger one, a couple 100,000? But it's like Toronto Ultra putting on a tournament. You know, it's very strange. Like, why isn't
we haven't actually? I don't think we've actually seen Activision put on a Warzone tournament that wasn't the one they did during the season in Rebirth Island, which was awful. They haven't done like a LAN event or a big tournament that Activision has run, and I think, like I said, I think that's where
it's money on the table.
They've just made mistakes. Because I mean, just look at the viewership. If you get,
dude, it was.
I mean, yes,
like
I know he wouldn't win it.
180.
You get someone. Hey, you get Tim the Tapman involved with that.
Yeah. Why
He's
not?
not going to win it. Money comes in.
Oh, I just have him cast it. What are we talking about? Just have him cast it.
That, or get like Nick Merckx involved.
Yeah.
Something like that. Just get
Bud Light sponsorship.
Big creators involved.
You know,
and you're just sorted. Like Activision is missing out on such a breadwinner.
Yeah.
With Warzone. And I hope it changes for Warzone 2. I really do. I don't think we're going to see it now before Warzone. Warzone ends. Obviously, you're still going to be able to play Cold Era.
But nobody's. It's
like you're still going to be able to play the old maps and
things like Blackout.
But when Warzone 2 comes out, let's be honest, and no one's going to be playing it.
Yeah, 100%.
Barely anyone's going to be playing it. So it's just like, it's one of those things, you know. I mean, they're just missing out on opportunities. And I think they're.
I know I'd watch it. You'd watch it.
Yeah.
You know, 100%. Say it's trios or whatever you want, quads from the best players on the planet. You know, playing at some event in New York City, in Atlanta, wherever it is, you know?
I mean, look, you know Tommy's winning it, so.
All right. Okay. Moving on.
I'm joking. I mean, I know they'll be up there, that's for sure.
Yeah, no, I mean, but it'd be nice to see, like, all these players.
It would be nice to see these guys actually have a LAN tournament which is run properly, not like, I mean, I say properly, the Baka Bros 2v2 LAN tournament was very well run.
Yeah, it was.
It had really good production to it and everything like that. But it's still not that.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Tournament like Apex had.
Yeah.
Just this weekend.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not hard to put it on.
No,
it
did not look very hard, honestly. I mean, there's a lot going on. Yeah, it's going to cost a lot of money. Yeah, you're flying teams out, but first place won $500,000. Second place won $300,000. You know, I love the way they do it. So they do it a point system, and like, so you have to reach 50 points. Okay. And then once you reach that, you have to win a game to win it. Like, once you hit your 50 points, you have to become first place team. You have to finish from first.
Oh, is 50 points like getting 50 kills, or?
Yeah, it would be 50 kills. So, obviously, the number would be way higher, because Apex is a lot more ratty compared to Call of Duty. Nobody's dropping...
Right.
It's only 60 people.
It's a slower...
Yeah, methodical. Game. Like, if you get 12 kills...
than Warzone is.
If you get 12 kills on your team, like, you're frying kids.
Right.
But I like that. Like, set it to 100. You know?
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to get that many kills versus pros. I mean, it would change the whole entire game. Or the way they pros play it. Because now they play it, you know, pubs and, you know, it's different.
But basically, these tournaments now are... Especially the customs tournaments are rad up until the end.
Yeah.
And try and win, because then you get the bonus of the XP or whatever. You get the
placement points.
extra. Yeah, but it's more on like so
multiplier
if
and
you get
God.
it's the multiplier. So I mean, you get these guys who will only get like 3-4 kills in a game,
Try to get
but
first.
they get like a 5x multiplier,
Yeah.
and suddenly they're top of the leaderboard. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like I like these tournaments with the multiplayer because I think it multiplier because it just allows the game to last longer.
Yeah.
But then at the same time, it's
like
less action.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
it's like the opposite in Apex, because Apex is very much end game. Like you don't see anything happening until the later circles, and
Right.
there's still like all the teams are still left in like the third circle. Like how is there 19 teams? Only 20 teams drop. Like how?
Right.
Like I'm not used to this as a COD player. I'm like, this is crazy. How do they have 20 teams left? Like what is happening? How do they have any loot? Because it's all loot. Like there's no loadouts or anything. You have to loot for everything in that game. How does this even happen? And you could stay in the storm forever. In that game.
Yeah, I think.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
It's just Warzone set up so well for it, and have not taken advantage of it. So
Yeah.
I would like to see a LAN happen at some point for Warzone. I don't know when we're gonna see this.
Maybe that's
obviously.
on Warzone 2. Maybe it's on the whiteboard somewhere. If not,
maybe
put it on there.
I hope it is because
Put it on there.
It
Illig
would
and
attract
I
a lot of attention.
We'll set it all up. No, we'll set it up. They're gonna pay us big money to put it on.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I'll go get the vendors in there. You know what I mean? We'll get the vendors.
Vector X Activision Warzone tournament. Yeah, there we go.
Oh, we'll put it on. I'll get in contact with some people.
Hit us up, Activision.
Reach out to the Twitter. What else you got, my friend? We know the people.
So I mean, obviously, the last thing I'm going to quickly talk about is the challenges scene in Call of Duty. So how they are working champs this year is, I believe, 2 teams from each region will qualify for champs.
What?
So it's not the top 8 teams in the world.
Huh?
It's the top 2 teams from each region will qualify for champs.
Region?
Now, in my opinion, as in, like, you'll have 2 teams from NA, 2 teams from EU, 2 teams from Asia, Africa, South America, Australasia. And then I believe the top 2 teams in the world qualify. So that makes 8 teams. So it's an 8-team bracket, double elimination.
Talk about challenges,
it's just
right?
Challenges, yeah. This is just it's just set up so badly. A lot of the challenges players are complaining about how this tournament is being run.
Do you think it's just to get more people involved instead of the best?
But it shouldn't be that. This is champs.
Yeah, it should be the best.
Be the best 8 players, best 8 teams in the world go to champs.
Yeah,
like that's just how it should be. I believe that it's just like I know that Sensor has been very open of his disappointment in how this challenge is seen as being run currently.
Yeah.
And the fact is that, I mean, when you've got one of the biggest faces of Call of Duty and Sensor, who is in the professional scene, I should say, who is so who's currently on Boston Breach Academy, I should say, who's so against how this whole thing is being run. And how it's not the best 8 teams in the world. And also the other thing is that first day of champs for challenges is not even going to be live streamed.
Huh?
Yeah.
What? Why?
We don't. Who knows?
It was a good question.
It's been so badly run. Like, I just don't know what it is. Why the Call of Duty League are just basically throwing challenges in the bin, even though that is their main source of players. Look at the players who've come up through challenges this year and have made an impact in the CDL. How are you not making that there in comparison to the CDL?
It's crazy.
Currently, it's like right down here. They just don't even care about it.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see, and I hope that next year they're going to change the format of challenges and make it so that it's competitive. People have something to grind for.
And why wouldn't you stream it? Like, that's just
it doesn't make
it's
sense.
literally like free money. I mean, so you have 2 casters, whatever. We'll do it for on the cheap. No big deal.
But here's the thing: like challenges don't usually even have casters.
It's just the game, straight up.
I think they will for champs, but I mean, it's so bad. It's so badly run. And I mean, I think that the challenges scene has to change in the coming years because otherwise, you're going to see a drop off massively in the amount of people that are competing.
Your 2v2 partner wanted you to turn your light on.
No.
No, he's a vampire. He's Dracula. He drinks
negative
blood.
I'm too white, Metro. I'm too white to have a
white light
that's bright on me.
I know that's right. All right, chat.
All right. Well, anyway,
where can they find you?
2v2s. I mean, you got your match tomorrow night. Is that right? Yeah.
Maybe? I'm trying to reach out and figure out when it is. I was thinking about putting it on the old YouTube, getting some editing done. That'd be nice. Unfortunately,
what, you losing?
Unfortunately we did lose. We did come back though. It was 2-0, and then I was like, well, we need to tie this up. We did, and then we choked. The last fight, we could have won very easily if we both shout at the same time. I think we win that fight and we win it and move on. But it didn't happen.
When you have a teammate who doesn't play Call of Duty.
Didn't happen that way. But I almost won.
Look,
I almost won that challenge.
This 2v2 is gonna be fun to finish off in the next couple of weeks. So.
Yeah, it's Team Vector. We're just having fun. You know,
we're just having fun. We're doing a little competitive in-team tournament. Which I mean, me and Metro are just running through opposition right now. So, hopefully, Monks will see you in the grand finals.
Oh, that would be nice to see, because we all four of us played together.
Right.
So that would be.
I think we're all playing together tonight. Actually, if you're on.
Yeah, I'll be on. I was thinking about playing a little Apex now that I watched all this.
Well, now Selenia's on Warzone tonight, so you can put that off.
Perfect. Well, I'll play Apex with him tomorrow night. Maybe we'll do a little switcheroony.
Maybe,
one night on, one night off. I love that. You can find me in Durham, North Carolina. St. Louis.
Just D-Doc's your position right now.
D-Doc's, yeah. You can find me. You know where I'm at. Isn't that, who would do that to somebody? I saw on Twitter people Russians. like what? SWAT team? Like, why are you what?
Weird. Anyway, you can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube at Illing96. He's Mr. Monk's Blood over here. Monks_blood.
That's right.
On Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok.
We love all of y'all. All right.
Facebook? Who knows? Anyway, have a great one.
We'll see you when we see you.
Next week for Major 4 review.
Yeah, wrap up. Okay. Yeah, that's right.
And then we'll also look forward to Champs.
Oh yeah, can't wait.
Give me a fun one.
LA.
Have a good one.
Peace.
See you later. Peace.